Welcome back to the 32 Sound Podcast. It's your host, Avery,
And you got Mark in the building, you feel me?
and we ready to jump into these topics, you feel me? Let's get right into it.
So the first topic today is what is the biggest mistake you think, artists make early in their career?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I feel like the number one thing that artists make early in their career, and I talk about this all the time, is marketing.
Okay.
I feel like the number one thing that artists don't do right early in their career is they spend a lot of time in the studio getting their songs right, getting their skills sharp. And
Yeah.
it's like a professional ball player who just spend all their time in the gym and they playing rec games and shit. But like they're not trying to go out there and really get their shit seen and get their shit heard by the masses because like that's what it takes to me to be a superstar. You gotta have that marketing piece on lock.
So it's kind of like I don't know, they're not going in, or early artists aren't going in investing, or
It could be that too. Like you said, like it's a business at the end of the day. Like you gotta invest in your image, you gotta invest in your look, you gotta invest in your brand, you gotta invest in your marketing. And maybe sometimes a new artist, they don't really have the funds.
but look, so like put this in perspective, right? So I was scrolling on the internet. I was like on Instagram the other day, Facebook, whatever it was, and I seen a post where somebody, like, when they're 5 years old and they're sitting down, they're just like, oh my God. They look in the mirror and they realize they're like, yo, I'm a human. You know what I'm saying? So something crazy, but if you put it in perspective with this, it's like sometimes when you become an artist, it's like you're in the infant stage of something like that, right?
Right.
So when you realize, you're like, oh wait, I'm an artist. I need to be doing this. But it don't cross your mind yet. You know what I'm saying? It don't cross your mind till you see like a L that you should have, like, you wake up one day in your room or something, like, I'm a rapper. You just make a song, but you ain't know that you had to go to the studio and perfect it, keep getting it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. But
Exactly.
I don't know. I think it's a mix of maybe they don't know, but then again, if you really wanted to know, you was gonna find out what you needed to do to get the most knowledge.
I mean, but that's the difference between somebody like you and like your average artist out there. Like, I mean, if you're in it, if you're actually trying to like make this shit pop off for you and like actually make money in the business, you don't think about all aspects of it as a business.
Right,
If you're
right.
just doing it because you like music and you think you sound good on the song, you go and record a couple songs and like you think you hot shit. Maybe this ain't for you. Maybe
And
this
that's a
ain't your life.
tough pill to swallow, because I would never like try to, I'm in the studio, so like I'm engineering. Sometimes I come across people who aren't serious, and it's a tough conversation to look at somebody and be like, man, music not for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just say some shit like that out loud, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's times where you kind of look at it like, yo, I can tell you aren't serious enough. I can tell that you have some hurdles, but in a sense, you're putting yourself behind because you're spending money
Right.
on something that you're not going to see come back to you.
So
Yeah.
is your question so like should rappers should artists or people become rappers? Like should you become a rapper? Like is it
In
in
2022,
2022?
I'm not gonna lie, it's so saturated. I want to say yes. I want to say, like, follow your dreams, of course, but it got to make sense money wise. You feel me? And for people following your dreams, you got to make it make sense. That's all it comes down to. Cause fuck being good. Like, I hear it. Like, people can be good all the time, but when you not consistent and you not showing up, you can be good at a basketball game, but your team still lost the finals because you showed up for one fucking game. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you gotta be more than good. You gotta be invested. And a lot of people are like just good at it, like naturally, yeah. So if you hear somebody, I'll be like, yeah, you dope. You should keep going. But if you're not showing up, it's like, really,
Right.
put that shit up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And there's people who are ass at first, but they keep doing that shit. They
No, that's
keep
a
going,
fact.
and then next thing you know, it's like the person you was saying, "Nah, bro, that shit ain't gonna work." Those the ones that you be like, "Damn, man, that shit kind of hot." You feel what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. 2022. If you not really dedicated and you not trying to, hell no, like, don't. How you feel about that? Would you say? Would you say right now?
No,
Is
I would
is
agree with you. Like I agree with you. Like I feel like like you said,
yeah,
a lot of people go into the music business without really understanding like it's hard. Like it's hard. It's fucking hard. Like
Yeah,
you gotta be a lucky motherfucker to make it in rap. And I say
yeah,
this like you gotta be so lucky. Like you gotta have the stars motherfucking align for yourself to really make it in there. Like,
yeah.
and I'm talking about you gotta have somebody, one of the gatekeepers, come down, damn near hand pick you to become
Facts,
that nigga.
facts.
Like,
And then it's like you also gotta have a sense of you can't let nobody trick you out your situation. And I can see a lot of times people be so quick to let somebody trick you out your situation. Like say you get some bread, right? You doing something, you got a car, somebody like, hey, pull up on me over here, and you know that area is not smooth for you to go, right?
right,
You so tied in and caring about what other people think, you might be like, oh man, they ain't gonna tell me I can't. I'm not about to go over there. I'm about to go over there, knowing damn well you got some places to be, and you letting, you know what I'm saying? People
Right.
that's not trying to get ahead trick you out your place to prove to them that you still, I'm still that. But whole time is that if you was really that, you would be handling business instead of trying to prove somebody else right that don't have nothing to do with your business. But early artists, I feel like they do like we do all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? As young men, you feel me? We kind of get all in that bag, but in general, you kind of still gotta get out of that shit. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I think you said it best in 2022. If you're not invested,
Yeah.
fuck it. Fuck it.
But that like the next topic we got is kind of like studio etiquette, which I feel like it kind of ties into that
Yeah.
because it's the intangibles, it's the pulling up like sending somebody to the engineer to be early. So if you somebody that be want to clock hours, like as soon as you step in there, it's that, you feel me? But
Facts.
people get it, come to the studio like say they book 2 hours or something like that, right? The common studio time somebody book is 2 hours. They come in there 5 minutes late, and then like for any engineer, you can't just pull up a session like poof, the beat ready, everything ready. It might take you literally 3 minutes, 2 minutes. So if they come in there 5 minutes late, you pull up the beat, they still rolling because they want to listen to the beat while they roll. You're not recording till 15 minutes in. And next thing you know, it's like that's 15 minutes on 2 hours, and they trying to get one song done, but they ain't really feeling the groove until 30, 45 minutes in. But
Facts.
I don't know. And then you got people around you kind of getting live, but studio etiquette for sure. You definitely gotta be on time, man. Everything smooth shit. Do you
No,
feel like
100%. I would agree with you on that too. Like, just being a fly on the wall and just seeing
Yeah.
people come into the studio and like I seen people come in here, punch in, punch out, and do their motherfucking thing.
Yeah.
They know how to work the studio. They know how to get in, get out. And then sometimes I see some people come in unfocused, not on shit.
Yeah.
They just come in here just like lounging around and shit. I'm just like, hell no. You want to lounge around? I mean, you paying at the end of the day. You have whatever experience you want, but it's like, damn, how many blunts do you need? Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, I'm not the one to judge, you feel me? Because everybody,
I'll just
whatever floats your boat, it's just whatever you need to do to stick to the program. Like, get the task done at hand that you originally came in here to do. You feel me? And if sometimes people want to come in here and they like you want to go to the studio just to listen to a mix, you want to get it right, let that be the thing. But if you're trying to record, bro, make the environment for you to actually do that, you know?
exactly come in here with focus. Come in here with some clarity of thought. Come in here with yo people understand that you come in here to this is your motherfucking job. Like one day
Yeah.
it's gonna be your motherfucking career.
But I ain't mean to cut you off, man,
No,
but
no, no.
I feel like the biggest thing with this is that it's music. Like it's hard for somebody to be like, I'm at work, but you sitting down, chilling, vibing, you know what I'm saying? Listening to music, you feeling good and stuff. So I feel like they paint that as the chill environment, but it's work to be done. But a lot of industries like that though too, bro. But so like, how do you think you can even? I don't know. It's hard to get out of that. I don't even have no way to say it, but like, it's a place where
I think it's like uncovering. Like I think it's when you're young, especially when you're just breaking into an industry. Like
yeah,
you're looking at it like I would use the analogy like you go to Disney World
yeah,
and everything looks shiny. You see all the
facts.
rides, you see everything as it should be. But then let's say you get a job at Disney World and like you look and you look behind the scenes and like
Yeah,
it takes the magic out of it because now you're
yeah,
seeing people out of their costume. Now you're seeing people
facts. Yeah.
smoking cigarettes on their break.
Yeah.
Like you seeing Cinderella smoking cigarettes and shit. You like, what the fuck? Like you
Yeah,
see
I get what
people
you
like
said there.
rolling in, they Toyota Corolla to work and
Showing up
shit.
to work late.
Showing up to work late, not carrying, like,
Yeah.
and it kind of takes the magic out of it. I think a lot of times, like, you gotta take the magic out of music. Like, stop looking at it as, oh my god, that's such a good song. Oh my gosh, like, you're
Damn,
so
yeah.
big,
Facts.
and look at it as like, nah, like, it's a process. It's like an assembly line to put this shit together and get this shit out
Yeah.
to market. And so I think that's what the best people would do, and the best people they can separate kind of like the illusion of the music industry with the actual realities of the music industry.
Yeah. And you put it like that, man, just like go back to anybody that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the greats, they made complicated processes simple. And then they got into it and then they went ahead like, I don't know, you could say like the way the internet works, you know what I'm saying? They made it easy for you to go to one place and hit a search bar for you to search everything. Amazon made it easy for you to do one thing. I don't know if I like this immediate correlation, but you got a point where you say like the people that kind of do that, they got a system, they get together and they started from from point A to point, you know what I'm saying, Z.
Yeah.
And they stick to it. They got it set. Yeah, for sure. There's a process to it, most definitely. Hell yeah. I mean, but you've been in some studio vibes. You been in studio session. What's like your type of your do's and don'ts for you? You know what I'm saying? When you come in there, like how you gotta have it set.
For me, it's a little different for me because I came in, full regard, like I came in this summer on I was hot, bro. I was just like, I'm gonna be the next Dre, I'm gonna be the next Jay-Z. I'm gonna be the biggest star in the world.
And that shit possible, man. For sure. It is possible.
I had my ego all the way high. So when I came in, it was getting straight to business. I was just
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck around. I don't want to smoke. I don't want to drink. I don't want to do nothing. I want to come in here, listen to a beat, go in the studio and lay clips. Like that's just my personal opinion. Like if you got it in you, if you got something in you, if you could lay that shit down, go in there and lay that shit down and then listen to that shit back. But like I can understand how some people want to come in here and just feel like get into the feeling of it, because music is one of those things where it's just like a lot of it is feeling based. It's like it's like one of the only things where like it's okay to be in your feelings. Like it's okay to like want to take your mind somewhere else to get inspiration. But at the same time, like you can take that shit too far where you're just like you try to put yourself in another reality, which isn't like the reality of the situation.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like music, you can kind of, and that's one thing that I kind of like when I get into the vibe of music is that realistically, even in that songwriter bag, you can visually go anywhere with it. You can use your imagination and take it to wherever you want to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially some of the relationship songs. If you look back at the songwriters, it's not that they themselves went through that. They just know how to convey that feeling because they might know somebody. So they were able to just be creative. Same thing with like movie writing. Like these these writers, I'm sure that they didn't live every character, but they took inspiration from around them and were able
That's a good point,
just be creative and do that. I feel like that's dope. Music definitely provides that in the studio. Like when you writing, you can. I mean, you could be like, man, I'm going to the studio. You hear a beat and be like, dog, I'm about to write this dog ass song about, I don't know, falling in love on Venice, falling in love in Paris. You feel me? Because you just had that idea, but you seen the Paris movie. But even if it doesn't make sense, it allows you to be creative to do that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
To dream something like that.
Yeah. And like you said, like it's a studio. Just like if you go to a painter studio.
Yeah.
Like it's just a place to be creative. And I think that be creative all you want to, but just keep in mind that like, you want to make that shit like you want to make it hard. Like you want to be creative, but you want to make that shit. You want to be creative to the point where you're giving the viewer and the listener something unique and something new to listen to, but you don't want to be too creative where you're unrelatable.
I get what you're saying. That's so tricky because that's a fine line. I feel like a lot of people make. Like if you listen to like for some artists, it's that second album, that sophomore album where they might have been known for one way, and people like their first album, and then next album they're so experimental. And I don't know, like I feel about this, the artist B.O.B. You know, as a kid, I used to love that artist B.O.B. Right, but when I used to listen to B.O.B. back then, something that I recognized just from listening to music is that he was somebody that just experimented so much that it would probably be hard realistically for a label to be like, we gonna expand on this because every album he's switching up his fans. Every album he started from ground one. You feel me? So like
that's hard, yeah.
you don't know you don't know who he's selling to. He might have a song that takes off, but his next song he trying to release is far different than that one he had. It's a hit. So how you gonna put money on something you can't even like, bro? You experimenting
I mean,
a lot.
that's hard in and of itself. Like, you talking about switching fan bases. You know how hard it is to build a fan base and then switch the motherfuckers?
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. And Lil Wayne, when he did the rock music, man, I know you seen that. And not to say like it was not successful, but like realistically, not every artist can just do that and bounce back like that because he had a loyal fan base far before that. But it's hard to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So early in your music, if you don't really know who you are, you don't have a situation to know who you are, it's a thing where people like, I'm trying to find myself in the music. Yes, but most artists are like the bigger artists, they still have a defined trajectory where they know what they can and can't do. They have an understanding. Like, you're not about to hear, I don't care what you say, you're not about to hear like Lil Durk go make
house music,
some Latin music and from Mexico. He salsa dancing and shit like that because that shit is so out the norm. You know what I'm saying? It's like that shit will probably triple copper, bro. Like, bro, triple plastic, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, not. But it's just like he knows what his lane is. You feel me? And wherever he want to take it, he definitely gonna grow. But he not about to go do some shit like that, some genre that he never. You can't do that.
Right.
I think personally.
I mean, then you got somebody like Drake talking about if you're a true musician, you should be able to do music in any genre.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's gonna sell, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can go do whatever you want, bro. But when you drop it, like, it's hot and it's not, bro. Like, you can't even be mad at that shit.
I mean, that was like Drake's album this summer. Like when he dropped that house like kind of like mixtape. Like there was some fire tracks on there. Like A Keeper was good, Jimmy Cooks was good, Sticky was good. But like half
one of them I really fuck with.
Trash half the album, bro. I had to make a whole playlist of that album.
Text Go Green, you fuck with that? Text Go Green. Nah.
I like to know. I'm saying like maybe that was one of the ones that like I scrapped and I had to come back. I'm just like, damn, like, but it's like. But like that's what it means. Like if you're gonna be experimental, you might alienate.
You a Drake fan? Why do you say like why are you not fucking with it, man? What's going on?
Like he made one song. He made one song. It was like chasing sunsets in California. I was just like, yeah, I feel this. I really feel what you're trying to say. But I was like, maybe this is a song for me.
Oh man.
But then he came back with Jimmy Cooks at the end.
Oh man.
Talking about fucking pigeonhole. I'm a night owl. I'm in a different mode. And I was like, okay, like this is the fan. This is why I was a fan. Cause like with a rap verse, he knows how to take care of a rap verse. As far as like singing about like other like stuff like that. I don't know if that's like his forte. But maybe if he works at it, maybe if he works at it and he builds a fan base around that kind of music, cater to that fan base. That's another dimension that he can create inside his empire.
He definitely did the groundwork to even deserve the right to even experiment if he wanted to. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the best person to experiment and it go right more times than not is Kanye West. Like Kanye West after college.
Are you talking about like just music in general or like?
Yeah, like College Dropout went fucking 10 times diamond or some shit. Like it was crazy numbers. But like Graduation, his third album sounded nothing like the College Dropout. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like Kanye definitely is. He influential. Yeah, he definitely has his hands. He does experimental sounds for sure.
And it works for him. Like it works for him because he's able to. I don't know how he does it. Dude's a genius at that aspect, but like
I mean, musically,
when it works well. But when it doesn't work, you get.
I would agree. I would agree with you with Kanye all the way up until like 2014, 2015.
Yeah,
everything after
Yeezus, it was kind of tricky. His discography was like flawless.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I kind of felt with the Drake project. I'm not gonna say like I listened to it all like thoroughly, but Tesco Green is straight. I was vibing with it for like a month straight, but
Yeah.
I can tell that was not something he was like. That wasn't something he was gonna market as this is me. You know what I'm saying? That was just him like, hey, I'm trying something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You fuck with this type
Yeah,
of
being
deal.
in the studio, creating something different, creating a different kind of sound, and that was the first. And we can honestly say, like, maybe it's not the first time you heard rap, hip hop, house music, but it was the first time an artist that big had done it
Yeah, for
that
sure.
way.
Yeah, but shit, I don't know, man. Yeah, shit, we could talk about this. Kind of like since all that, you kind of seen Drake get a face tat. So and beforehand, like I'm personally, I don't really care about like you know what I'm saying. That don't make face tats don't necessarily make you this, that, or other. You feel me? I feel like
Yeah.
it's a bad like.
Like, would you get a face tattoo?
Yeah, I would like personally. This is something I you talking about like before with my girl. I would get a face tattoo. I'm not. I would not. But only thing that stopped me is like, shit. I was fresh out of college trying to get a job. That's like, you know what I'm saying. So like, I feel like if you exhausted all resources,
Right.
and then like, you know what I'm saying, yo, you straight wild, you straight your bank legit, but. Man, when Drake signed 100 million, I don't think he cared. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. When you get a face tattoo, you got fucking money.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta have a bag to do that type of shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you don't, if you trying to get endorsements and commercials and shit, you come out. It was like a huge face tattoo. Like, it
Yeah.
was a fucking a S and a G. But I was just like, damn, this nigga got a face tattoo? Like,
Would you get one?
hell, I only have one tattoo.
And
I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like I came into the world so clean. Like, there's a reason why I came into the world with no tattoos.
yeah.
Cause I don't know. You got tattoos. How you feel about tattoos?
I mean, I feel like tattoos nonetheless
You
are
made a song
scars.
about tattoos.
Yeah. And it's like tattoos to me are scars, right? And they're scars that show something. I only get tatted things that like I don't want to get deep, but like things I like die for. You know what I'm saying? Things I do that. So like I don't just. It's not like something I just get randomly tatted. But some of this, like the shit here, is like you know what I'm saying. 32 sounds or the 32 on my arm. That's for my grandma. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit on my other part of my arms for my brother, and the other shit for like my mom and my grandma again. So I don't just do random shit, but like I could understand like some I don't call no names. I done seen some bullshit tattoos. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It's some shit like what the fuck dog got going on.
And that's the thing too.
Yeah,
Like, I'm a real artist. Like,
yeah,
I actually draw. Like, I can really, really draw very
that's
well.
hard.
And like, I could just, like, for me to get somebody's artwork permanently on my body, like, they gotta be better than me. A, they gotta be better than me at drawing, and then B, they gotta be like exquisite work. Like, they gotta have like work that's like
Yeah,
out of this world. I seen some horrible tattoos
yeah.
from niggas who just, bro, I'm a tattoo artist. Let me tattoo you, bro.
Yeah, bro. I done seen some like tattoos that somebody got, and then like 2 years later, that shit look like it's just a blurry thing on their skin, bro. But that should be all over the place where you can see that shit and it be
Everybody is not a tattoo artist.
yeah.
Don't be fooled.
Don't go to your man's down the street because he got to hook up at a little party in the basement somewhere. I know y'all be doing that shit too. Cause I like, bro, we was on like back in the day on Facebook. I feel like they used to tag everything, so you used to be down there. You used to see that shit, and you know what I'm saying. You be in like chats, and I'm like, yeah, it's a tattoo party going on. And I used to be seeing the tattoos. You'd be out in public and see them tattoos. Be noticed, like, hell no. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
Like the
And you
biggest
trying to
thing.
get a face look like a stick figure.
Yeah,
You trying to get a
bro.
flower, it look like poop.
Look, the initials, bro. The people who used to do that, like in high school, there was a thing, bro. Get your initials on your back, like on your back or on your legs, like you know what I'm saying. They can read that shit, like
Or like
dog.
behind your arms, like
Yeah,
right here and shit.
that was the thing.
Like, how
Everybody
you
was
fuck
doing
up
that.
initials? You're a tattoo artist is fucking up initials.
Yeah, that should be two
Yeah.
different fonts, man. Like,
Everybody's not a tattoo artist. This is what
yeah, man.
like, you gotta like have discernment a little bit.
No, that shit
Look,
looked
like,
good,
do y'all not look at the lookbook before? Like, look at the lookbook. If you can see that
bro.
person can't draw.
But look, so when we went to school, bro, did you realize like when we first like college BG, you know what I'm saying, when we met and I met you, you know what I'm saying, real dude, but Then everybody started getting tattoos within the first week of school. That was the first thing a college student did when they got tattoos.
I ain't gonna lie. I was doing some shit that I would never do it at home just 'cause I had the freedom. Had the freedom to. Like I was smoking like cigarillos. Like
What? Dog.
I remember I went to the gas station. I'm like, I didn't know no better. I'm smoking a grape cigarillo, thinking I'm hot shit outside the dorms. Nigga, I was like, what am I doing with my life?
Oh shit. Hey,
You be doing some wild shit your first week.
when I was I ain't gonna say that shit, but look, I feel that shit dumb as hell, man. We kid, you be like, man, I can do this shit. And that was one of them, bro. You said great cigarette. They sell that shit at BG? Where'd you find that shit? Or I saw like some shit they only sell in the hood, dog.
It was like,
Oh, man.
I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, bro. But like, that's what happens when like you get a little bit of freedom and you stupid. Like I agree. When I was 18 years old, as smart as I thought I was still stupid. Like you're stupid at 18 years old. I don't care what nobody says.
I can say I would agree. You know what I'm saying? Looking back, if I had to go talk to like the 18-year-old me, I'll be like, bro,
I'd be like,
go sit down, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh man,
why
I
do
was
people
tripping.
when they're young think they're so smart?
I don't know, man.
Like, is it just the hormones? Is it the testosterone? Is it the fact that like you gotta think about it. Like you gotta really think about that shit. Like most people lived in their parents' house from the ages of 0 to 18. Like you don't know nothing about you. Most people never paid their parents' bills, never paid taxes, never had a job that had to support themselves. All you know is school. Why do you think you know more than an adult about life and shit?
I can't even tell you because I was one of them ones that thought I did. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I was a kid, like the shit, and I was never into shit, but like for real, like I was always on a pro get money mission. You know what I'm saying? Let me put it like that. I was always pro get money, or just pro whatever we gonna do to further whatever we were doing in a successful way, right?
Right.
But I definitely did like I think as a kid you think you can bounce back quick. Like I definitely took unnecessary L's and I bounced back quick. So I thought that I was smooth. When I look back, like why the fuck did I take that L? Like why the fuck did I even do some dumb shit like that? But when you a kid, you bounce back. You be like, I ain't do nothing wrong. Like say you you playing football, you know what I'm saying now, or like you playing football when you like a kid and you get tackled, right?
Yeah.
You just get up like, oh man, I should have juked him. Yeah. Now if you older, you get tackled, that shit gonna hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's the same shit that you just brush off when you was a kid. It's like, damn, I can't keep doing that same shit.
I remember the stupidest shit I did, bro. Like, I had a girl, and she was beautiful too. She was gorgeous. She was half black, half Asian. She was had long, flowy hair, pretty ass face. Like everything about her was perfect. Goofy, she was perfect. And I would go. She lived in Oak Park. I lived in Farmington Hills, so I would just drive on the weekends to go see her. I used to see my girl.
This is high school.
This is high school.
Yeah.
She was a senior. I was a junior. She was going to prom. So it was prom season.
Yeah.
My mom, but I lied. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to my friend's house. We're gonna play video games. I'm gonna go to my friend's house. We're gonna do this. The whole time I'm skirting off, going to Oak Park to see this girl every weekend. And so my lies catch up to me. Everybody's like,
were you staying the night at her spot too? Shit like that?
I was spending the night, but I still made it a point to get intimate and stuff the ways I could in my fucking car and shit. But yeah, just awesome stuff.
Hey, can you turn the gain down on the mic a little bit? You can hear me? All right, I'm gonna talk a little bit lower. You good, straight. But
on some super young like lover boy shit. And so my mom was like, I found out you were lying to me.
How'd she catch you?
I think she probably called my friend's mom and was like, where's Avery at or some shit or some bullshit. I forgot she called me. But she basically called me. She was like, and it was prom season too.
Dog.
She was like, you're not going to prom with your girlfriend. I was like, what? I was like, bro, like even you can punch me however you want, but like she already picked out the dress.
Yeah.
And she was like, because you lied to me, you're not going to prom with your girlfriend. And then for my prom date,
Oh, cause you were a junior too, so it's like it wasn't even your
it
prime.
wasn't even my prom. So
Yeah.
she was just like, she got to go by herself. So she went by herself. She was mad at me for like the rest of our relationship. But I mean, I made amends or I made it up to her. But like because
Did she have to go to prom by herself?
yeah,
Yeah, she hated it. She hated you.
she hated me, bro.
She hated you, bro.
And then the whole time, because I lied to my mom, she was like, you know what? She was such a nice girl too. Like she like tried to make it seem like she was a bad girl, only to come around and be like, no, you know, I actually liked her. I could have actually let you go to prom with her and shit. I was so mad when she told me that
Damn.
shit. I was like, of course. But the whole point was I was trying to be grown and trying to be on some grown man shit, lying to my mom. If I just told her the truth, like I would have just went to prom. It would have been no smoke.
See, like, man, I don't know.
Stupid.
I don't know what kind of time my mom was on, bro. But like, I think my mom tested me one time when I was like in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never want my mom to walk in or like none of that, right?
Yeah.
So like, I invited my girl over to the crib. We chilling, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's daytime. My mom is there. Everybody, we is high school. We chilling in the crib. My mom look at me. She like, all right, I'm about to go to the store. And she left. It was just me and my girl there and shit like that. But like, I'm young as hell, so I'm like, what? The fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit caught a nigga off guard. I don't want to tell the rest of the story, but damn near, man, I feel like my mom used to test me. I like just leave the crib and try to like, I don't know,
Trying
man.
to come back and catch you doing
Like,
something.
aha, I got you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because regardless, bro, like, you know,
Cause you young, like you said, you got that energy, you got that testosterone. You over here, like, you know, man, I got 15 minutes, I can make something happen.
yeah.
Shit, I gotta
turn this. I gotta turn this game now. I see the mic and shit. Keep going.
Nah, but for real, like, just being young and dumb and like growing up. I'm 26 now, and I'm about to turn 27. But it's just like now that I'm older, now that I'm a little bit wiser, now that like I've kind of experienced the world a little bit, like. You gotta be like smart in this shit. Like you can't just be out here being naive and shit. And I feel like when you're young, like you're naive about the world.
And I'm not gonna lie, like looking back, I feel like your peoples, my moms or anybody you got in your life that love you, you know what I'm saying, that's around you consistently, that seen you grow and got the best interest for you. Looking back, they didn't see you go through that, you know what I'm saying? So like I can see times where like, damn. You know, you play me. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm scared.
Yeah.
That's why I want kids, but I don't want kids at the same time,
bro. Like, and if I had kids, I want them to have siblings. But I'm gonna say this, and I used to have this grudge against my sister, bro. Like, she never gave me the sauce, bro. She never gave me the sauce,
Can
man.
you believe it? My brother did the same shit, bro. Never gave me no game, no sauce, no
Bro,
methods, no nothing.
Yo, like. And I don't know. I'm mad because early in high school, I used to be getting played like a little kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like not understanding what's going on. But of course, you know what I'm saying? I learned quick. We gonna figure everything out. But I used to be mad as hell that like my brother and sister, like, damn, man, y'all ain't tell me like shorty, like, you know, you talking to a girl and I couldn't tell the signs that like I'm not the only one. You know what I'm saying? But in high school, you just get hold, man.
Bro,
Man.
I kid you not. There was one time when I was in elementary school, bro, and it was Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So I went to.
You said elementary school?
Elementary school. So this is how bad. Like nobody was looking out for me. But when I was in elementary school, I forget I was in like maybe third grade or some shit.
Yeah.
Second or third grade. I went to the store, bought like a little 5 cent, 25 cent.
He's good. It's cool.
Oh no, it's here right there. I went to the store, bought like the little 25 cent rings and shit, and I bought some chocolate for this girl in like second or third grade. Kid you not, wrote her a little love note for Valentine's Day, put that shit on her desk. It was recess time. I asked her, will you be my Valentine? Kid you not. I was on the slide because I was embarrassed. I was trying to hide from everybody. I was hide away. Her friend come up to me. No. She don't want to be your Valentine. I was so sad, bro. I just slid down the slide so like scandalously. I was just like depressed and shit. I'm just like, and she ended up going to be Valentine's with my best friend, bro. I was just like,
sick as hell.
But after that lesson, bro, After that lesson, I became a dog, bro. I became a dog.
See, look, bro.
I became a dog.
When I was in, when I was in
I
eighth
had to earn
grade,
my
bro.
stripes.
When I was in eighth grade, and this girl, she was like a year younger. She was in seventh grade, right?
Yes.
But I was new to the school and shit. So like, and this is why I say again, my mom, I don't know. I feel like she set me up for this one. She really set me up for this one. So like, it's Valentine's Day. I got a girl, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to her. So like, I buy her a Valentine's Day gift, right?
Right.
But my mom helped me pick it out. You know, I'm like, what, 13, 12? I'm 12 years old or something like that. So I'm like, yo, I got this girl. I'm trying to get her a gift or something. So my mom like, bet. My mom takes me to Victoria's Secret, bro.
What?
Bro, so like,
Whoa, hold on.
look. When we doing this, we getting perfume, we getting like, or like it's like you know the perfume, the lotion, all that shit.
Yeah.
So I get her a gift. It wasn't nothing bad, but I get her to gift this shit. I take it to school. I give it to her. I'm like 12 years old. Get a gift to her. Her parents like, who you get this gift from? So off it, I gotta go be her mom, her dad, and shit. I'm like young as hell, bro. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Victoria's Secret for your first gift.
Bro, I'm lost, bro. I'm so lost, bro. So
They probably like, who is this nigga,
bro, facts. So like, I'm a kid. I'm learning, you know. So I ain't necessarily like scared, but like, hey, her parents was not fucking with me for real, bro. And I ain't understand what was going on, how they played it and shit.
Right.
But then, long story short, how your shit ended up, she ended up dating my best friend, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, same school year too, bro. Same school year, yeah.
Scandalous as fuck.
Yeah, scandalous as hell, but you learn that lesson, man. It's like
You live and you learn, bro. Like I feel like all these scars, like I said, I got some L stories, but I got some real W stories too. Like
hey, you unlock the computer one more time. Hey, fool. Damn. All right.
Yeah, we took some L's, but like 2 L's make a W type shit. Like you learn, you live and you learn. And then once you start taking those W's, like I got some real W stories we can talk about another time, but like it ain't all bad. It ain't all like L's. I ain't trying to make it look like, you know.
All right, look, so it's a perfect way to ask this, man, in a way. When is the perfect time? When is the perfect time to break up with your significant other?
Ooh.
I
I feel like it's like that SpongeBob song. It was like the best time to wear striped sweaters all the time.
Yeah, like any time the perfect time.
Any time was the perfect time to break up with your girl. But if I'm gonna be like, if I gotta pick like one time to break up with your girl, it would be April. April's the best time to break up with your girl.
Why April?
Okay, think about it like this. Let's say you've been with your girl for a year.
Yeah.
You've been with her, so you've already been with her through the summertime.
so right when the anniversary about to come up. All right, man. Almost a year. It's April. You almost been dating a year for sure.
So look, you've been with Shorty, like say April through the summertime, right?
Right.
Summertime is the best time to be single, right? You got sundress season, bikini season, pool parties. You got drinks and shit, and you already was whacked up during that time. So you done missed out. It's like being in prison. You done missed out on all of the fun. Damn. Then fall come around. Now you think you hot shit because you got a girl. It's kind of cold outside. You got somebody to cuddle with. You got somebody to get spice lattes with. You got somebody to like, you know, go around town, take cute pictures with and shit. Okay, that's cool. Christmas comes around now. It's been about 6 months now. Your girl,
but isn't it like look? Isn't Christmas in that case? Christmas and Valentine's Day expensive then?
It's expensive. Well, this is the thing. It's expensive, but that's your girl. You ain't broke. You ain't broke. Like you don't spend money. You ain't gonna spend money on your girl. It's not about the money. It's about the principle.
Okay.
All right. So you go and you be Christmas with your girl. You meet her family and shit. You starting to, you know, like Christmas time is the time where like you're showing off your girl.
Yeah.
Now
it's right off Thanksgiving. You being smooth. Going on tour. Y'all doing tour dates.
Your nerve a little bit. She started to irritate you a little bit. She, you know, you started the cute shit that she was doing at the beginning. Yeah. Now it ain't cute no more. That was kind of annoying and shit. Like she snore.
What? Said she snore more in the wintertime, bro. She sleep more. It's dark time. It's darker outside, so she sleep more, man. Hell
She be
yeah.
doing some little shit that be irritating you. Like she be like doing shit that irritates you. Now it's February, Valentine's Day. You do cute shit for your girl.
Yeah.
You done been through all this shit. Like Valentine's Day, you showed out. You're a gentleman. You do Valentine's Day right. But ain't no real big holidays coming again until maybe her birthday. But then the end of the year, April is the perfect time to break up.
Damn.
Right before the summertime start, you be like, listen, babe, we did a year. I love you. It's cool. It was great being in a relationship
Damn.
with you. But I just need some space. Now
Damn.
you get to have a whole summer of just being in the streets.
I feel like that shit work if she not crazy. You feel what I'm saying? we in Detroit right now. You gonna be wearing that shit, been pull up on you shit, man. But yeah, I don't know. Hey.
We talking to somebody who in a relationship
Hey,
for years.
I'm not agreeing to what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here minding my business. I'm looking straight ahead. I ain't saying nothing.
I'm gonna talk. He gonna talk for all the people in a relationship. I'm gonna talk for the people, for the people outside of a relationship. Because I'll probably be single for damn near the rest of my life. Honestly.
Why you feel like that though?
I just feel like I said, like I say it like this. Like to me, you can fall in love. You can choose to fall in love with anybody.
I don't think it.
You can. Love is a choice.
That's tricky. I don't think so. Like I feel like you can. It's. I hear what you're saying. It's a choice because you can create the environment for it to happen. But when it happened, you can't like. You didn't mess with a girl you knew you shouldn't have been messing with, and you can't explain why. You feel me?
Yeah, okay.
I feel like.
Yeah, okay.
Damn, shit. Like
no, like so for this first two. Remember the girl I was talking about?
Yeah.
I took it to prom. Like I had 3 girlfriends in high school. In my 3 girlfriends. I chose to fall in love with all of them. But the first time was actually...
How does one choose? Like, how do you be like, all right, I'm gonna fall in love with you, and then I'm gonna like...
I just chose. One day I woke up and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna fall in love with this girl. And then from then, I just started feeling all the emotions of being in love. Like, I just started feeling...
Yeah.
You just...
So you feel like you could turn it off?
I feel like it's easier to turn it on than to turn it off because I feel like once you say my thing is once you say I love you to a girl, you gotta stand on that shit for the rest of your life. Like so, there's girls I've been with in my past that I say I love you to, and I'm still gonna love them when I'm 90 years old. Like I'm still gonna love them when I'm 80 years old. Like to me, that's a very serious thing to say you love somebody because that's love.
Yeah. Damn, I don't know, like, I guess, like, yeah, it's a choice. You always have a choice not to be around somebody. But when you actually have feelings, somebody feeling strong, that choice becomes harder.
Exactly.
A lot easier.
That's why you gotta be careful when you say I love you to somebody.
Yeah.
You can't just be saying I love you to every girl you see. Like, I used to do, like, some people just say I love you just to fuck. Oh, yeah, I love you, baby. And then she like, oh, he loves me. All right, I'm gonna let him fuck.
Man, but it's 2022. That shit shouldn't be falling on nobody right now. You can't be like, I don't know, man. I feel like people so gullible these days, bro.
Yeah.
They falling for the okie doke, the buffoonery, man.
When do you think the best time to break up with somebody is?
I mean, the past how I broke up with exes, but I was bold with it. I'm not that person today. Like I feel like I was immature to how I handled it back then. But shit, like in my mind, if I'm off you, like I have no reason to explain that I'm off you. Like I don't even care about it. It's just a day I just stop replying. Like
damn.
And if I tell you there's something going wrong, I'm gonna have my exit plan. I'm gonna be getting my shit together. But if I'm mentally past somebody and I got to that point, it ain't really like whenever I got to that point, the date and time.
Damn.
Shit.
That's ice cold, bro.
But I don't know. I also know like the people that I've dealt with and that's happened. I seen how their lives turned out. I seen how like their character is, right?
Yeah.
I don't really feel sorry when I see like the reasons why I'm here and what I'm able to do is because I had to like and not to you can it's courtesy to that shit. you know, and if I'm truly wrong, I can go back and apologize and try to correct that exact situation. But my decision of why I did it still stands. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't mean that like I want to know. Like, it's some people that you dodge bullets, man.
That's a fact.
You
That
know
is a
what I'm saying?
fact. That is a fact.
Yeah. I done seen like with some of my siblings and their relationships, how extreme that shit could get. You feel me? And
Yeah.
bro, like, you can't be gullible out here, bro. And when I was a kid, I feel like I was gullible and nobody showed the way. But when you earn your stripes and shit like that,
Yeah.
it's like regardless of what this shit got going on over here, I'm gonna get to that pape. I'm gonna be smooth. I'm gonna be like, you gonna have your fucked up days. Like, you tripping like, damn, bro, I missed it. But I still gotta go to work. I still gotta get up and go do whatever I gotta do, you know? But I don't know, man. At the same time, do you feel like it's a girl that you tried to get that like you couldn't get that's missing? I don't really got that feeling like that. Like,
Yeah.
so
I'm at the point right now. Let me ask your opinion on this. So I'm talking to damn, she might see this shit too. Maybe I should talk about never mind. I'm good. I'll talk about off camera.
all right,
It's
so
about
look,
to be bad.
so look, has anybody ever stole your girl from in front of you?
Stole my girl from in front of
Like,
me.
walked up to her, just
Nah.
she mine.
Nah. I had some niggas at cock block though. Like I had my own niggas, bro. Like
Oh damn!
I remember there was a shorty. Her name was Brooklyn.
Are you saying the name?
She was bad too. And I remember my nigga. It was some high school shit, but
Yeah.
it was basically I was talking to her. I would go over. We would be kissing. We would be making out. We would do all this like kind of shit. And then my nigga just try to get on her. Like my closest nigga, like just try to get on her and shit. I'm just like,
Damn.
really?
Did he do it like in front of you?
He didn't do it in front of me. He did it behind my back. That's what made it even worse.
Damn.
And then I had to go and have those uncomfortable conversations with both parties. But you know,
I'm not gonna lie though. Like, when it comes to like girls doing that shit, or like people in general, I didn't have that shit happen so many times that like I have a set in my mind. If I'm fucking with you, you are for the team. Like,
everybody can get took.
yeah, so I don't even be mad at girls you be trying to take serious. You be trying to, like, I done met the parents and then you fucking with my mans. I'm not gonna get mad at my mans. Like, people be wow, like, bro, I didn't claim this girl. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say that she was that. Like, I probably wouldn't have done that shit for sure. But if I don't know, man. Like, I don't get caught up in that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's certain people that I would not allow. Like, yo, but for the most part, all these like a lot of people be for everybody until you really showing effort and shit. I don't give a fuck. But a lot of people do that. Like, well, a girl will snake you behind your mans, and I done had a girl like do that shit, and then she called me, was like, yeah, my mom's told me that I should tell you that I'm doing this. I'm like, you had a conversation with your moms that you dating that you fucking with my mans, and you talk like, I don't give a fuck. You feel what I'm saying? So like, it'd be like, girl, like, you just, you don't even have to say that. You just, all you had to do was just, you could have just ghosted me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that's you talk about what made you want to be single forever. Just because I know that no matter how special I think a girl is, no matter how perfect I think she is, no matter how beautiful she is, at some point she gonna move on. Like she has to move on. Like biologically, we're not like biologically anything. Where let's just say I'm in a relationship with my dream girl. She in love with me. She would never cheat on me. She never cheated on me, and we're perfect together. Let's say that I die.
Yeah.
That girl is gonna have to move on, find somebody else, and then she gonna start sleeping with him, talking to him, do all that kind of shit with him. So my thing is, no matter now, at the end of the day, yes, be with somebody, raise children, like do that whole thing. But at the end of the day, everybody is for everybody. Is for everybody, bro. For real. Like
Yeah.
that's the way. Like even with your girl, like let's just say that for whatever reason y'all break up, like how quick do you think she gonna be, get with somebody else?
Shit ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's see. Like, no, for real though. I don't know, man. It's just a gamble of love and shit, man. You can't predict this shit. All you can do is put your best foot forward. And I know for me, I'm gonna try to keep the ones that I know that's for me around me, that really love me for like, or really, you know what I'm saying, have that love for me to keep me pushing, keep that support that I need, even when I don't see it myself. So when I come across those people, that shit's so rare that like I can honestly say in my life it's like 26. I only encountered maybe like three people. Three people, one person. If I can, I'm trying to do math with this. I count on my hand how many people I die for, or like how many people I just, regardless if I was with, I wouldn't care what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm with my mom, I know that at any time I'm willing to take this wherever it needs to go, or I'll be okay if something happened. I know like the world was ending. I'm right here. We right here.
Right.
I'm comfortable. My girl, same way. So like when I don't come across people like that often, but when I do, it's like, and not down like, you know what I'm saying, you might have family members, your brother, your sister. It's just like people that you feel comfortable like, hey, if I'm gonna go through this shit, if this the last, like I'm gonna go through it with you. And it's rare you come across that shit. So when I do, it's like I fuck around with you. Like it's more than just, I feel like that's where the love is at. It ain't about like all the other shit. It's like, yo, if this came to it, if I lost all my feelings in my arms, are you gonna wipe my ass? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? If I couldn't move, but you gonna stick around to do that shit. And if you feel like that answer is yes, stay with that person. You feel me?
Like, have you ever tried to like have some shit in your ass that you need to wipe? Like, that's very important. It's very important. It's very important that you wipe your ass. No matter if you wipe it or your girl wipe it, your ass still needs to be wiped.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. If your girl don't wipe her ass, and you should leave her. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing you should do is get up through.
Or you can wipe your ass for your girl. It's the
man, hell no. But when we get older, we laugh about that shit. When we get older, that shit might actually be real, yo. Like my she was like, I don't want to talk about like all like personal stuff, but it's nurses out here that really do that. You feel what I'm saying? And or people that have professions that really do that shit. But like somebody to do that for you and they not getting paid. You feel me?
That's love.
Yeah, that's love. You can't even explain. Bless you. You can't even explain that shit, man. But I do want to talk about this. This was interesting. And this brings back a childhood memory for me, bro.
Okay.
What's going on with these roller coasters at these amusement parks, bro?
Bro. So I'm on Instagram just scrolling and I see this like roller coaster. It's like it's like lifts you up like 30 feet, 40 feet in the air.
Yeah.
And it spins you around.
Yeah.
So I'm watching it, I think it was like a spiritual world or some shit. I'm watching it, I'm thinking it's okay, cool. But then all of a sudden the roller coaster just drops out of nowhere. This shit drops 40 feet, 4 stories, bounces at the end, and people start go flying everywhere. I'm just like, what the fuck did I just watch? Like somebody just fucking died. I just see a murder. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And so it just reminded me that like I'm never riding another roller coaster as long as I live.
Do you think the problem be that back in the day I feel like things were built with quality? I don't know all the intricacies and shit of what they doing to build carnivals and shit. But I was at a carnival like a year or so ago, and it's the last time I went on a ride.
Yeah.
Bro, it's one of them things where you get into the chair, the chains is connected to the thing, this whirl you in a circle.
No.
That shit looked like it was rusted out, bro. Like I was looking at it, like my shit look rusted as fuck. And then my swing guard going back and forth is making like squeaking sounds and shit. But yo, I don't remember that shit like that as a kid. Maybe I'm just older and I can just peep that shit. But bro, like these roller coasters be breaking down.
And it's not even the fact that like I remember I would go to Cedar Point and everybody wants to drive the dragster. The dragster is the best ride.
I didn't give a fuck about that shit.
The dragster is the best ride at Cedar Point because you go really fast, you go all the way up and then you go all the way down.
Right.
I went there on a day where the dragster, I guess, it didn't reach its top speed.
Yeah.
So the dragster was going up, but then at the tip top, it started going back down the other way, going down backwards. That shit would freak me out. First of all, I was sue because that's a danger on my fucking life. You talking about a roller coaster going the opposite way? Are you kidding me? That shit scared the fuck out of me. Like, there's like kids on the ride too. It's like people like 11 years old, 12 years old getting hell no. Like,
and I gotta say this for myself. I'm not like, it's not like I'm scared of like thrills.
Right.
I just don't trust these roller coasters.
janky mechanics. Like you talk about, like we talk about the magic behind it. Like these guys who fix roller coasters, like are they like the top? No, they're getting paid minimum
Man,
wage.
damn near they went to school with me. Shit, like I was in class with me. That's probably what it is, dog. Like shit, they probably man, what hell no, this
They
can't
don't
be the
care about their
case.
job. They coming in late. They do half jolly work. They just do enough just to fix it one time, and then don't care about it being fixed forever. They just do. They're just I just don't. For me personally, I just don't trust it no more. I'm not riding no more roller coasters. Y'all can ride
Yeah,
it. I will go eat my chicken wings and funnel cake over there
yeah.
on the sidelines.
Yeah, I think for right now, man, I ain't in the headspace to be doing all that stressing out about a roller coaster, bro. That shit stressful, bro. When I be
It's
going
just
places, you
stressful,
be
hella
like,
stressful.
bro, I'm about to get on this thing out there. It's people doing too much on that bit because people be like thrill seekers, so they might get in there and not want to put their seatbelt on, be waving their arms, doing extra shit. They be having the shit moving. It's like, nah, man, just yeah,
I will say this though, like if I ever had a kid, I would ride the kiddie rides with them. I would get on like the little
yeah.
teacup at Disney World and
You
shit.
you remember the pirate thing, the boat thing? You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm talking
remember that. Yeah,
about?
I seen one of them get flipped over too.
Damn.
I'll pull it up for you, like yeah. And I was supposed to. I seen it. I seen it go like this, turn over, and then people was dropping out of that bitch.
Imagine if it fell on top of you while that happened.
I'm. If I'm not dead, I'm suing. I'm
If
taking
if
everything
you're
else I
not
own.
dead, you dying. Like you
Yeah, if I'm
literally,
not dead
like, you
already.
getting smushed by that shit. And I don't even, man. Look, be careful when you go to these amusement parks in 2022. I'm pro having fun. It's just a lot of stuff, man, happening on social media. It's kind of hard to pick like what's real, what's
Yeah, it's hard to like I said. It could be one of them videos where it's just like edited and it's like a fake video of a roller coaster. I've seen that happen before too. But
yeah,
I've seen too many catastrophes happen from niggas riding roller coasters, and I want to keep y'all safe. You feel me? I want y'all to keep watching the podcast. I don't want y'all to be hurt.
you feel me? I want y'all to enjoy the ride there, watch the podcast on the way there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And come back and catch the next one.
yeah.
You feel me? But I kind of want to get into this last topic. It's a little bit more serious.
Okay.
It's the PNB Rock situation. Um, First off, R&P to PNB Rock. Definitely a
R.I.P.
talent. Lost too soon, man. What's your take on the situation, man?
I mean, it's just really heartbreaking that that kind of stuff is still happening in 2022. Like we would think we would learn from the past situation that you know you never want to see anybody leave before their time, and I feel like he's getting taken away before his time, and I feel like he had a lot to offer the music industry, a lot to offer his family, a lot to offer society as a whole, and to have that talent, have that be taken away so suddenly, for so senselessly, I feel like that's the part that hurts the most about it.
Yeah, I don't even. I don't know how to explain even my feelings towards that because I mean we grew up in Detroit. Um, you kind of know people that live on both sides of that spectrum. You know, like people who out here starving. And I'm not saying what somebody did to him. No, like that shit was fucked up. But if that was your loved one, you'd be like, damn, bro, I wish you would have hit me up before you went over there. I wish you would have just called, check in. Like, why was you over there by yourself? Why didn't you have? And I don't know that how LA moved, but like, it's like, damn, man, I wish you wouldn't have went over there. And if he would have called, like, if that was your loved one, and he said where he was going, would somebody have said, nah, you shouldn't go there and make a
Mm-hmm.
case? But then again, it's never. Is people hungry out here, man? They want. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah.
it's, it's hard out here. So if you see somebody with that much money or jewelry or something like that, even if you walked away, that's $1,000. That might have been $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
People would risk it all for 5,000 right there in their face like that.
What was the scenario that happened for people who kind of don't know?
I don't know. I wasn't there. It just seems like P&B was at a restaurant eating, a restaurant that's located in a hood, a hood in a place that, from what we understand, that he's not from. And when you're not from somewhere, I don't think you always know what's fully going on. But maybe he was aware of what was going on there, right? It was still not the place to be with that type of stuff and not have the people around that should be around to protect you. And it's just, I don't know, man. I wasn't there. I can't say what happened. I don't know. But if you just want to prevent situations like that all around the board, like just prevent being in places where danger can happen. But if you are, let it be something positive, or let you get something out of that, like
Right.
I don't know, money or something, man. Because at the end of the day, we talking about how he not here, and that's the thing. It's like we better off. We something else could have happened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just a very, very unfortunate situation that happened to a very cool guy. I didn't know him personally, obviously, but just based on what I seen on social media, the love and outcry that he had during that time I was like, damn, like PNB Rock really affected a lot of people.
He got a song with X that when that happened, I immediately had turned that song going when I was back in like a couple years ago. I used to listen to that song a lot. That was a song that, for the most part, I used to. It's part of my Get Money playlist, if that makes sense. When I'm vibing, I'm counting, or I could probably be trying to do homework. If I'm out here and I'm moving around, I'm grooving, I'm in a whip, I gotta shoot a move or something like that. I'm playing that song, and it's Middle Child. That was a song that I used to just vibe to. That was like, all right, cool. Give me. I mess with the melodies when he dropped that project. So to see somebody like you listen to that, and they both got taken away the same way from getting robbed from something senseless. But man, we in the city. Like, I know people. But we're probably gonna scratch that. But it's just, damn, man, damn.
Right.
But I don't know. It's tricky. Like, people on both sides, both fences, that either been the product of something, or been involved, where like they're in a situation, and you see where that shit ends up. Some people go to jail, some people pass away. But it's just it sucks when you see somebody that is completely a victim, and they lose their life. They didn't mentally get up and say, like, I want somebody to take this shit. It was somebody who was in control of that situation almost. That's the fucked up part. It's like,
And it's like think about what they took. They took like stones, metal, like that's it. Like they
shit
took
that's
like
not, yeah.
shit that's like worth it. Like it's abundant. It's an abundant resource in the universe and on planet Earth. Like it's not like it's like worth. It's only diamonds aren't even worth that much. It's only worth what we put on it or some shit. Like the shit that he got like killed over, shit didn't
And
even
then,
really matter at the end of the day. It was just
and I'm not like, I ain't never robbed nobody. I've never been on that type of time. I've always been on the time to go ahead and get it. So I understand the aspect of, like, if you getting money, you got money, somebody wants it, you are a lick that they need for that day. They starving. Their kids didn't eat that morning. Whatever they got going on, they want to buy that new car. That girl hitting them up. They need money or something like that. Their kids need to go to school, back to school shopping. I might have just had to, and I see a lick like that in front of me by itself. Maybe that's what I need to get through, right? But you ain't have to take his life. But even that's the case. You understand when you around and you moving, you grooving. You understand what's at risk when you got certain things on you. But like, I've never been the type to take that shit. So like, when I don't know, I don't chill with those type of people around me that be on that. Like,
right.
I feel like, get it how you can. That's just not something I really associate with, because I'm more so, let's create the opportunity for everybody around us. Because when you doing that, to me, it's no longevity unless you about to hit a crazy ass lick on I was watching the show the other day on the Federal Reserve for $150 million or something like that. That petty 5,000 not about to change your life.
Facts.
So you gotta come up with a
facts.
better grind. You doing something where every time you do that shit, you can lose your life. So even if that's your hustle right now, you need to get about that shit, because sooner or later, something gonna happen. Somebody gonna be looking for you. Your face gonna be seeing you. Gonna get the wrong person. And I know I heard about situations, or I'm close to situations where somebody died from trying to rob somebody, and the person they tried to rob had a weapon. Shit like that is only a matter of time. But man, I want to be around people creating shit, not like doing that. Because
Right.
P&B was a positive. he was a positive person. He was somebody that you wanted. He could have done more. He was doing more probably for a lot more people than the person that took. So it's just sad that like, all right, cool, the negative one in this situation. Everything happened for a reason, but the negative one that day, that shit fucked up.
Right. I think too, like you said, like his legacy is gonna live on past this because people just like X and just like Nipsey Hussle and just like PNB Rock, like his legacy because of the work that he put in on that small time that he had on Earth, like he made a deep impact in the music industry. Like he had hella features, he had hella songs, he had hella work that he had.
Yeah.
So it's gonna posthumously live on and and I hope that it's just I know we talked about this off camera before, but it's just like when you're that high profile and you would choose to go like back to the hood and stuff, like you gotta remember like there's a reason why people leave the hood and they don't really come back. They want to go like if you're gonna live if you're gonna be anywhere in LA, maybe go to the nice parts of LA. Like maybe go somewhere that's a little bit higher end. Maybe go somewhere where you know there's
And
cameras on the streets,
I
where there's
think
security.
I think PNB Rock, like I don't know, but in my mind, this is how like I feel like people might get lost in LA. Is that PNB Rock is definitely known, right? But if you ever go to Calabasas or like a place where you walking next to Johnny Depp or something like that, you might not feel as important as you think you are. So it's like you
That's a
might
good
you
point.
might be me in LA and be thinking, oh, I'm just nobody. I can slide here real quick because where you stay at, you live right next door to Chris Brown. Yeah, you PNB Rock, but like you get what I'm saying? It's just different when you dealing with that. And I hope that people get out of that shit out there. But I hope
Right.
maybe that was the reason because in the Midwest we don't have that type of shit. You can't just go see whoever you want to. So when you see somebody shining out in the Midwest, it's like it's not as many people having that real bag as it is out there. So if somebody coming down here, it's like they got it. You already know they're gonna be moving a little bit different because it's a
Right.
little bit. But in LA, I feel like so many people be moving out there that sometimes people forget that like, oh, I'm straight because they ain't probably where they live. They don't seem like they that big of an artist. They probably don't have the biggest house for real, right? But if you put that house next to any house in South Central LA, that shit is different. But shit, Drake live out there. Like he might have a crib out there. And that's a whole different, you know what I'm It's a
Right.
whole different ball
It's
game.
definitely levels to it. Definitely levels to it. And like I didn't even think about it on that aspect. Like you said, like maybe if he goes to a nicer part of LA or maybe goes to Bel Air or Beverly Hills or somewhere like that, maybe he don't fit in there either. And that's a whole nother
Probably
conversation
probably
about
on like the like how what he what somebody might be used to, but I'm pretty sure, bro, that he don't have the only Maybach in LA. You know what I'm saying? The
Right.
only Rolls Royce, the only this. And when you in the city and you got that, it's like you probably looking a little bit like, bro, where I'm at, cause you know don't nobody got this shit.
Right.
You know nobody got this watch.
And that's a good point. Like you said, like there's a conversation about like creating spaces where you're celebrated. That's also like high end too. Like you said, maybe you don't fit in a Calabasas or like like a Beverly Hills or like a Bel Air or somewhere. Maybe you don't fit in there because to fit in there you gotta have $50 million.
Yeah.
But if you're around people that have like $10 million, $5 million, and you're around spaces and people where you know it's safe, there's cameras, you're around people that's like I don't know, it's not the highest end, but it's still like a very nice environment to be in. And then creating your own circles, your own I don't know, like just creating spaces for yourself that fits where you are at the moment.
And this don't like, and we talking about PNB rap, but this don't got nothing to do with rap. I feel like anytime you from anywhere you from, and you get success that's bigger than where you from. When you go back or you in an environment like the area you from, it's always gonna be that type of energy. You feel me? No matter
Right.
no matter what it is, especially if you from the hood or any place like it. So I don't know, like, and this is if you decided to be a computer tech guy and you from the same places PNB Rock from, you from the same places you from the same places, shit. Everybody from all the hoods, right? You decide to be a tech whiz or a computer guy and you become a millionaire off that shit, and you inspired by hip hop culture, you inspired by like where you came from, and you still regardless of the fact you come back with that same watch, that same Rolls Royce, you are the same target. It ain't like it's just rappers and rappers only. It's anybody who has success. When you come back, you are a target, no matter what it is. That's just how that shit goes.
100%. I think that's the big glaring lesson with all this is just like when you become successful, you become a target. Like
Yeah.
you become a walking lick, basically. Especially if you're wearing your wealth, like if you're being like flaunting it out in the open. Like you said, like some some tech billionaires or some tech millionaires. Maybe they don't wear they don't wear Gucci belts. They don't wear diamond watches. They don't wear, their Patek is plain Jane. You know what I'm saying? So like maybe like you said, it's not a hip hop thing, but when you start to be conspicuous with your wealth, that draws a lot of attention where maybe being non conspicuous won't help. But that also brings to the conversation like what's like that's the culture though. Like that's hip hop. Like it's hip hop to wear your chain. Like it's hip hop to but it's also hip hop to be a Jay-Z business type.
I definitely feel like it expanded hip hop. To me, it's always been something that's young minded control. Or bless you. It's for the young people. When you young, you decide like you want to wear your jewelry and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want to do all that. I keep saying I know what I'm saying when I'm talking. I'm gonna stop saying that. Fuck. You heard that shit too? Why y'all ain't say nothing, man? Y'all can be like, hey, bro, stop saying that. You know what I'm saying? Man, I done probably said that like 100 times, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying?
But realistically, forgot what I was saying. Honestly,
I know what you're saying.
shit. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, man, when you just successful and shit, just keep your eyes on the prize. You got to be able to know your limits personally. And it's a lot of shit I would not risk that I was risking before. And this how I would drive. This how who I would have around. And people do become liabilities. And it's people who will be around you and they will help you spend your money, but they don't have no way of. You can walk by real quick. They have no way of helping you replenish that shit, bro.
Right.
And I know situations where like I'm not someone that likes to flaunt what I got, all of what I got going on. But you're gonna have people in your circle who want to flaunt what they got going on, even if it's your money. So you might be somebody that's chilling and moving around a certain way, but yet somebody bringing too much attention in your circle, and it's still all the same consequences. You don't got to do that shit yourself. So you just want to be smooth with that. Like, keep your circle small and know that everybody got a role to play, man. You can't be playing games. For real, like. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Shit, man. You just want to go from here.
We can wrap it up.
All right, man. That's a wrap for the show, man. I appreciate being able to have this conversation. I kind of want to do more conversations like this, honestly.
100%. Like you said, like on the weeks we don't have a guest coming in, we gonna sit down like this and just pump them out, bro. Because these are good conversations.
So look, what I want y'all to do when y'all watching this, I want y'all to send us some questions you want us to ask. And we even, you know what I'm saying, we can even ask questions for you and you guys answer, and we will go ahead and read the answers out loud, discuss some of those things. But I feel like that's a dope thing to be able to connect with more people. So go ahead, subscribe, check it out, send us some questions, some topics you want us to discuss. We're gonna do that, and really try to give you guys the best show we can.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, y'all. Till next time, 36 Sound Podcast. We out.
For sure.